it do? What's up, y'all? We back.
We made it.
We made it. We got them back in here.
They back.
We back in here. We also made it.
They did.
Barely made it.
Actually, we got to give them credit because Alex said he was 4 hours ready waiting on us.
I've been
So
at JJ's place
made
for
it.
approaching close to 6 hours now.
Yes.
Wow, that's
We've also
crazy.
been recording other stuff.
Yeah, we've been recording other stuff, but yeah.
See,
You're going to have to start paying rent.
that's good. You're over there working.
He won't even give me a key to his house at this point. I come here more than anyone. I'm here more than his parents, like unironically almost.
That's not true.
But basically. Because they don't like him around, so they leave a lot. But
let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Smokey has a key to my house?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. We know that.
How did y'all know that?
Because you said it once, and I know also that you're friends and you're partners and you work together.
I believe
colleagues.
Smokey once mentioned letting himself into your place.
And that works. And,
All right, let's do a. I'm sorry. Let's do a proper introduction. What's going on, y'all? We are back. Welcome to the Trash Talk Podcast. We're gonna do all this talking. I don't want to bore you guys with anything simple, but this is episode Smokey
37.
Can I get it in Spanish, please?
37.
One more time.
37.
37. Guys, how do you say 37 in German?
JJ, you want to do that?
I'd rather not.
Do it. I did it last
Let
time.
me take a guess.
Okay,
Ushkaning.
You know what? I have an idea, actually. We're going to send it to you in text in the chat and try and have you pronounce it.
Oh,
all
How
right.
about that? JJ, do it.
Do it.
JJ,
Go for it right now.
Gotta
Yeah,
leave full screen mode.
Gotta type it out.
I really
37.
for a split second I want to be an asshole and actually just type 37.
No, type it as
But
one
yeah,
as
no.
one word too.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Don't do one word. At least give me 30 and do it however you want.
Because it is actually one word. That's how it's written.
Right.
Wait.
Well,
UND.
guys,
Come on.
while he's doing that, thank y'all so
UND.
much for checking out the new Trash
UND.
Talker.
Oh, you want to do the,
Yes, the whole thing. DR.
Wait, it's like
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Okay.
This is you guys' first language over there, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's in
Hey,
the chat.
I can't spell for shit independent of language.
But it's correct. It's in the chat.
Oh.
All right,
Hollywood
all right,
can
hold
spell
on. Here we
English, so we're
go.
good.
All right,
Discord can
guys.
spell check both languages for
Yeah.
me, which is nice.
Before we do that, all right, guys, I just want to address the fans out there, y'all. Thank y'all for checking in. Before we get started, make sure y'all go check out the TrashcanTV. Before we get started, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that bell, like, subscribe. Go check these guys out. They are
the bell
phenomenal. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
and leave comments.
Hit the bell twice, and then you can set it whether it's on never, sometimes, or always. And be sure to not disable your push notifications on your phone because then you still won't get notifications.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
With this being our 37th episode, let's see if we can say it in German. Okay. Would you like to give it the
How
first
we go?
go, or would you like
Yes.
for me to give it the first go?
Oh boy.
I don't even know what that one letter is.
I thought
Is that wait? Is that the letter 8? It looks like the letter 8.
So that's a letter
gonna
that that's a letter that we have invented basically to substitute a double S. So you can basically think like double S there.
Okay. I want to guess real quick.
All right,
It's
go.
pronounced S.
Wait. Let him guess and let me
Just a
guess, and
letter,
let's see who gets closest.
It's hold on.
Oh.
Cybenudressig. Cybenudressig.
All right, now here's my
The answer
pronunciation.
wasn't that horrible.
Yeah. Okay,
Here's mine. Cien Bundreskes. Cien
That
Bundreskes.
sounds Slavic or something.
Yeah, but Hollywood did not make the mistake that most native English speakers do.
Yeah.
He actually pronounced the IE correctly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Cien.
Cien.
C. Yeah.
37.
That's how you pronounce it.
Because
Cien Bundreskes.
no, because here's the thing, right? In German, if it's
I'm gonna
IE, it's E. If it's
Yeah.
EI, it's I.
Listen, we're gonna spend some time on this now because I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna write it down the way you would pronounce it. Okay.
All right, if we're doing this, we're gonna have to put this on screen for the people to be able to see this.
We can do that little screenshot of the actual word.
Yeah, but while they're sending that over, guys, let them know what episode number this is for you.
116.
116, yeah.
Well, excuse
Yeah,
me.
humble brag.
I know.
What
Hey,
you
y'all,
literally asked, okay?
Look,
You didn't have to show off though.
for real, just showing off. Now, hold on. I want to say something
it's in the
here.
chat. It's in the chat. Try pronouncing it the way I wrote it down.
All right, Smoke, you try to do that. The camera's kind of tilted. I'm gonna fix that.
All right.
The group chat. The group chat.
Right.
I don't see it in the group chat.
In the trash talk. It's in there.
We're still JJ.
I think that's best for you to pronounce it.
The middle one would be on though if they would pronounce the middle one.
37.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Nice.
right
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, he said that was perfect.
That was spot on.
No, 37.
Yeah, perfect.
Sorry about that, everybody. I had to go fix the camera. Can I give it a try?
Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, if you put it out like that, that's a lot easier to read. All right, 37. All right, hold on. 37.
Just pronounce it as if they were English words.
All right, 37.
Yeah, that's perfect.
37.
It literally means 7 and 3.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a rapper now. Yo, what's up, brother? You know what I'm talking about? Coming in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Got to give a shout out to all my producers out there. This your boy right here named Zeben Undrasig. Go check out the Trash Talk channel.
So good.
Here's the thing though, right? It might be a little weird that it literally translates to 7 and 30.
Yeah.
But at least we don't call 80 4 times 20 because that's weird.
Which the French does. That's the French.
That's weird. That's weird.
All
right, y'all. Well, let's go ahead and get this
intro.
Yeah, let's get this. Go ahead and start it off. As usual, we're gonna start off with since we have our friends in here, we're not gonna do a WTF. We're just gonna do a OM. I'm sorry, we are gonna do a WTF. Backwards. We're not gonna do an OMG. I'm gonna show the. Yeah, I love the WTF.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Thank you. We're gonna do the explain this, and we'll get into it. And we've got an interesting topic today, guys. I think that you'll definitely be into it. Smoke Dog.
What up?
What's going on in the horrible state of Florida?
In the ooh, some people are gonna be mad at you.
They be out.
Florida man accused of pulling a gun on a woman who refused to try his vape pen at McDonald's. St. Johns County, Florida. This comes from the AJC, by the way, which is the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, which is our home newspaper.
Wait, a story from Florida is Florida?
Yes, a story from Florida.
Florida is coming out of Atlanta?
Yes, it is. It was reported by the AJC for some apparent reason, but the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office arrested St. Augustine resident Kyle McGill Walker, age 19, on Friday after he allegedly pulled a gun on the victim, police say. The victim told the officers that she was approached by Walker, who asked if she would like to try his vape pen, according to the police report. After the victim refused, Walker said, "Are you serious, bro?
Give me your goddamn money."
According to the report, Walker then lifted up his shirt and showed the victim a gun, police said. Walker pulled the gun out of his pants and began asking, "What's up now? What's up now?"
Wow.
Police said. The victim told police that she was in fear for her life, according to the report. After a short time later, police reportedly found Walker hiding behind the Lewis Point Plaza near where the incident occurred. Police transported him back to the McDonald's where the victim and surveillance video confirmed the crime, authorities said. So, how mad do you get when somebody refuses to try your vape pen?
I'm going to show y'all the scenario. Here it goes. I'm walking out the store. He's walking in the store. Hey, what's up, bro?
What up, man?
Hey, bro, try that one time.
Well, what is that?
E-cigarette.
Nah, I'm good, man.
You're supposed to pull your pistol out, but
that was you. You're the one.
Oh. Wait, you ain't gonna hit my cigarette?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Say it again. Say it again.
I bet it's good, but I don't need none.
Give me your goddamn money, boy.
I don't think he was requesting money. He just
wanted to spread.
He had his
feeling.
This was
the direct quotes.
Yeah, and the fact that his name was Kyle, which is super obvious. Of course.
I think this was a Conor McGregor incident.
He's kind of a monster for sure too.
Right, but he didn't actually pull the gun out. He just showed it.
Yeah, well, he pulled it out and started waving around and said, "What's up now? What's up now? What's up now?
Okay.
You gonna hit this e-cig now, ain't you?"
What do y'all think about this?
So JJ has many occasions refused to try my vape.
Yes.
However, if someone came out with like a literal pen, like the small, I wouldn't try it either because those things are they're nonsense. You gotta get the big tanks, the real. Did you run at? Like
That's right. That's right.
Like 100 watts. That's the real stuff. So
Now
the
getting into
little pens.
cigarette discrimination.
Yeah,
great.
the little
Enjoys are
pens.
garbage.
Yeah, the little pens is just like it's decent for people who just quitting smoking and want to have the hard drag feeling of a cigarette.
Yeah.
But
And it kind of looks like a cigarette.
yeah, I've never been a smoker, so there's no appeal to me that. But generally, if someone doesn't want to try my vape, I have developed the habit of not pulling a gun on them because it happened.
For the betterment of society.
Yeah,
But surprisingly enough, he can be very insistent.
yeah.
You sure you don't want to try it? Are you sure it
Yeah,
tastes good?
That's pretty much exactly.
I think JJ at this point is the only person I've asked several times who hasn't tried it.
And
So, Alex, what you're
luckily, he
saying
doesn't
is-
carry a gun.
I don't carry a gun.
What you're saying is, though, you may not do this, but you can relate.
Don't put words in my mouth. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Don't hear what
I cannot relate on pulling a gun on someone in McDonald's.
I just want to point out I had no
You'd rather
clue
pull a
that you
gun on someone in
vape.
Burger King.
I do.
You pulled a gun out on somebody in Burger King?
What?
No.
Yes,
I'm
you
talking
did.
about
Quit
vaping.
lying.
You're talking about vaping. You're talking about vaping. You're not talking about
I'm
pulling a gun
joking.
on anyone.
I'm
And yes,
joking.
Hey, they won't let you vape indoors anymore here. Do they let you
Yeah,
guys
I
do
know.
that?
America's going crazy about that stuff right now because people were like,
Oh, yeah.
all sorts of bullshit like THC oils and shit, and obviously got sick from it, and now people are blaming vaping for being unhealthy again.
Exactly. Which is actually much safer than smoking cigarettes
it's-
itself.
So-
but-
if it doesn't contain nicotine or some crazy shit doesn't belong there, there's actually no proven harm to it.
Well, hold
well,
on.
actually, nicotine is not bad for you
No,
inherently.
nicotine isn't even
An
harmful, that's the
overdose.
thing.
Yeah, overdose
Nicotine
could be,
is-
but
nicotine is the addictive substance in a cigarette. The stuff
Yeah,
that
but
kills
which
in a
is
cigarette
not-
is the 500 fucking different carcinogens in there, but nicotine
Exactly.
is the problem itself.
So you not being a smoker,
mhm.
if you were in McDonald's and someone just pulled out a vape and they decided to hit it, that wouldn't bother you?
No,
I like it.
not
JJ,
a vape. No,
JJ,
it
would that
actually
bother
smells
you?
kind of good with fruity
Slightly,
flavors.
yeah.
Right.
I would like it actually. I like when people vape around me. It smells like spring and fruit out there. It's
Chad
great.
is drunk.
Exactly.
It's awesome. Don't
If
call me
I-
Chad. It's
if-
nice.
If I'm eating my Whopper, please don't pull out your vape. Please.
Don't pull
I
out
don't
your
get it.
cigarette. Like, you know how sick, like,
Yeah.
Smoking is worse. Let's make that
If
clear.
it burns, it smells like shit. But if it vaporizes, it smells nice. Nice fruity stuff, nice dessert aromas, great.
So what if I'm vaporizing marijuana? Is that okay?
I mean, if you want to vape the THC oils, you can see now it's pretty unhealthy for you. But sure. I don't
Mark
know.
my words. In the next 5 to 10 years, there's gonna be a study that comes out that says vaping is terrible for you.
How much
there
money-
will be,
how much money
because-
went on it? How
Do you
much
want to
money
know
went
who
on
is
this
going to
independent
supply
study?
these studies?
Tobacco.
You know who's
industry.
going to supply these? Yes, the tobacco
industry.
companies.
Hollywood. $1,000
Yes.
that there will not be an independent study on what you said right now.
Well, you said independent.
No, not an independent.
Well, I know there.
Study. Of
there-
course,
there
there'll be
won't-
rigged studies. There's always rigged studies on everything.
Right. I'm
There is
sure. I
two.
know for a fact there
Holly,
won't be
there's
an
two-
independent.
2 different substances in a regular vape fluid. 2 of them. There's not that much to research. And both of them
Glycerin or
Yeah,
Vegetable glycerin?
glycol and vegetable glycerin, both of which are all sorts of things.
right.
hmm
That's it. That's
I don't
the
know
story.
Don't know how we got on this about vaping, but you
Because
guys.
that was the Florida
Oh,
story.
of course. Yeah, but so okay. Do you think that warrants him pulling out a gun?
No.
Of course
Does
not.
anyone think that?
Except
No.
if your life
Is-
is in imminent danger, what warrants you pulling a gun on someone else?
Good point. Good
Now,
point.
is it warranted that a man who is actually lethal with his hands punches an old man for not trying his whiskey?
Have y'all heard about that story?
Yeah, Conor
What?
McGregor.
No.
Yeah, Conor McGregor. It is.
Really?
Dude, let me
saw
tell
it.
you what happened, JJ. I'm a huge UFC fan. So Conor McGregor owns he's part owner of a whiskey brand called Proper 12. So he goes into an Irish pub. This is in Ireland. He goes in and he walks in and he says, "Hey, drinks on me, everybody." So he pulls out shot glasses. There's like 12 people there. He gives everybody a shot glass of proper 12. 11 people. He goes to that 12th person and give him a shot glass. That 12th person took that shot glass and threw it away. He said, I don't want your proper 12.
Mhm.
Conor McGregor said, oh, you gonna drink this proper 12 today? So he grabs he grabs it, puts it back in his face. The guy takes the shot glass, threw it away again. Conor McGregor got so mad that he did not try his whiskey. He punched this guy might have been 75, 80 years old.
Yeah.
I'd say at least late 60s.
Yeah.
I saw that. See, I usually love Conor McGregor, right? He's one of my favorite people. But that was kind of
I've never really liked the guy, to be honest.
I generally like his stuff. I like his talking. So
and what's crazy is Conor McGregor is known for his left punch being his most significant punch, and that's what he hit. And shout out to that old guy out there.
He took it like a champ.
He took that punch. He's like, and what? You got what?
You the champ? That's all you got?
You remember that video like earlier this year when someone assaulted Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, he did. The guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
like someone literally like drop kicked him.
And Arnold just didn't notice a thing.
No, he's like, dude is like in his 70s, right? He dropped kicked and he like stumbled forward just a little bit. Yeah. He thought someone had thrown paper at him. Or he got shot.
Was it Shaggy 2 Dope from the Insane Clown Posse?
Look at that.
The exact quote from Arnold was, I thought the crowd jostled me a little bit.
Wow. That's crazy.
You guys know about the other incident where the Shaggy 2 Dope from the Insane Clown Posse? They know about juggalos and stuff.
Yeah. Wait. Do y'all know who ICP is?
No.
Yes.
You do? Who's that?
What? They're a band. A lot of wrestling fans like them, actually.
Yeah.
I don't like.
They used to be wrestlers, as a matter of fact.
I've heard of them.
Right. That's where the connection comes from. I never knew that.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, but it's a similar story to where one of the members of ICP tried to drop kick Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, and it was literally like a wrestling drop kick. Fred Durst was like, "What the are you doing, bro?" Funny, but y'all, let's go ahead and get off of the WTF. We went from 13 different topics, guys. Are y'all ready to explain this?
I'm ready. Send it over. Let's see
okay.
What we got. Send it over.
You guys everyone in the chat should be getting a picture right now.
Yes.
I got a picture.
That looks like, I don't even know. Let me open that.
Hey, bro.
I have a guess.
Go.
That's not your usual explain this.
Let's let them guess first.
Yeah.
That is not your usual explain this at all. Yeah, zoom it in the computer. It looks to be underwater, maybe?
Maybe.
Yes.
Either that
I
or
think
it's
so.
literally on the moon or something. I don't know.
It could be a super, super microscopic zoom into like the head of a nail.
Y'all have never seen this, really?
What? No, should I have?
I've never seen this one.
All right, so I want you guys to try to explain it. I'm gonna maybe go try to explain what you're looking at. But there's a more popular image, and if I show you that one, you might recognize that one a little more. It's the same picture.
All right, can you show me the other one too?
Yeah, I'm sending it now. By the way, we're going to need to put both of these on screen, and I'm sending this. All right, you guys should be getting it in
like an underwater rock formation or something. I don't know.
It looks a little bit
okay.
Like that.
I'll wait till I give you guys the backstory about it. Okay, here it goes. Here's the picture that most people are familiar with. Does that
zoom in?
Show it.
Wow, that one's harder to see, but it's obviously the same device or structure or whatever. It looks
a lot more like it's on the moon now.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it looks like the Millennium Falcon.
It does look like the Millennium Falcon.
Oh,
it does.
That's crazy. Everybody said
it does actually, yeah.
Okay. So, well, here is the story on this. This is called the Baltic Sea anomaly.
Sea is in
now,
the sea.
Yes, it is in the ocean.
How
now,
long is this?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know.
That's a good question, especially for it to pull up on radar. Let me pull up the story here. Okay, it's called Baltic Sea Anomaly. Is there a Nazi connection? When the strange object at the bottom of the Baltic Sea was first spotted, many people thought it was a crashed UFO in the waters between Sweden and Finland at the very least. It bore a striking resemblance to the Star Wars Millennium Falcon. Hardly any media I told you a lot of people are saying that. Hardly any media outlets are still calling it a UFO. And that's a relief, since there's never been any evidence of any kind of this thing was ever an unidentified object. Yeah, UFO. But basically what this is there was some Swedish guys out there fishing for fish, and they have sonar, and they have to where you can basically see what's on the sea floor. So as they're out there fishing, looking for big fish, schools of fish, they end up seeing the second picture I showed you guys.
Yeah.
So imagine all four of us are on a boat and we see that. What the first thing in your head is going to be like, what the hell is that?
I want to know what size it is, though.
Yeah.
Because
diameter would be important.
if it's gigantic, you would think spacecraft, first off. If it's something small, you would think an ancient device that's...
Okay, Alex, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you said... Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, on the first picture, it looks like it would be like, I don't know, like a couple of feet in diameter, but not huge.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So when they saw the first picture, it's reportedly 200 feet wide.
Wow.
That's 200 feet wide.
Wow.
But yeah, when they saw it, and if you look at the second picture, it actually looks like it crashed, like a runway, like it crashed and then slid. Almost like a USO.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying that this is a crashed UFO in the Baltic.
It could be some sort of submarine. It's been there since early submarines.
Hold on, it says some of the material was given to Volkar Brunchet, an associate professor of the geology at Stockholm University, and reports this structure is anywhere from 10 to 15,000 years old.
Oh wow.
What? Okay.
Wait, they said some of the material. So do we know what the material is?
That's a good question.
That's right.
Some variety of rock
If it's just rock or some metal, that's
it looks like rock.
But if it
So
was
what do
some
you-
variety of metal, that would be very interesting.
Okay, yeah, because if
then
it's that old, if it's that old, yes, that's true. It probably.
So if someone came to you and said you have to bet your life on this, what are you guys betting that this is? Is it just a natural rock formation?
Yeah, the most likely thing, natural rock formation in a dubious shape.
The shape looks almost like it would have to be man-made in some way, shape,
but
or
maybe
form.
like due to like earthquakes and weird current stuff.
The problem is the
So if it's
very
that old-
straight edges. Those buckles.
Yeah, see,
That's
that's why
my thing.
I don't say natural. I say that maybe at some point in time, this was not an area that was underwater,
That's
and
what I was thinking. Yeah.
ancient people built something there.
Yeah, that's totally
you know?
that's totally legit. Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard that there are no perfect circles or straight lines in nature? Have you ever heard?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, the roundest object in the world, I believe, was.
If you say the Earth, I swear.
Come on.
Was it like silicon or something that they had like
Yeah.
in a near perfect sphere?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Vertassium did a video on that once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But even so, nothing is a perfect sphere when you zoom in on it far enough.
Right.
Nothing is.
I mean,
Yeah, but I
that
just
comes down to everything being made of atoms at the end of the day, and neutrons and
Right.
electrons, and those aren't perfectly spherical. I mean, even the model that Bohr proposed isn't even that accurate, and that is only vaguely spherical.
right. All right. Well, I just wanted to show you guys that because that was a pretty big.
I think that was the best explain this we've ever had so far. That was really good.
On the ones we did together, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That was really cool.
They've also on the podcast explained this with like paranormal stuff, and some of those are
I like those.
interesting.
I like those better than mugshots, actually.
Mugshots are just funny.
Yeah,
these
mugshots
are
funny.
interesting.
Yeah,
Mugshots are hilarious. The lady where she's trying to open her, she's like, I can't blink.
I watched that podcast. That was the one you were talking about sports, right? I watched it like this morning.
Yeah, that's actually getting a lot of attention. But y'all, that was Explain This, where we talked about the Baltic Sea anomaly, and I think that concludes it for the Trash Talkers on the U.S. side.
No OMG going?
No OMG today. We
said it in the beginning.
He said there was no WTF.
Thank you. I'm not the only person who doesn't pay attention.
No. You said there was no WTF.
And then he corrected himself.
Yeah, but he only said there's gonna be WTF. He never said there wasn't gonna be an OMG.
They always when they're on here with us. They always
Okay,
have
Dan.
fun.
Okay, Dan. Let's do facts of the week. Do you guys?
Yeah,
have
what we
festival-
got over there, guys?
Let's go first. JJ, let's go. What you have?
So here's a question: who here is familiar with the Nirvana song "Smells Like Teen Spirit"?
Everyone.
Wait, I have never heard of those words. Wait, what did you say?
You're
The Nevada what?
Hollywood. Stop it.
No, seriously, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Oh, I thought you
Load
said.
up on
Yeah,
guns,
okay, all right.
bring your friend.
I thought you said something totally different, but go ahead.
No.
Here is something that you might not guess. The recording that you've probably heard a lot, like the actual studio recording, the album version, was actually only the second take they ever recorded.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Really?
Yes.
You, as musicians, you would appreciate that, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, here's a thing that I've heard lots about Kurt Cobain is that a lot of times he would just improvise when recording in the sound booth, and he didn't necessarily write everything. And even on some of his songs, apparently was just gibberish when you can't understand him.
Yeah, and that's basically modern day hip hop now.
Exactly. Well, a lot of the newer rappers idolize people like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why that
So,
is?
The Smells Like Teen Spirit lyrics are all over the place.
Yeah, they are. They
Like,
tended to be.
They are all intelligible words, but nothing makes sense.
No, they're just jumble.
How weird would it be if I told you guys I couldn't recite one lyric out of that song?
Not at all, because no one can remember them because they don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
If they told a
mulatto, an
coherent story, it'd be
albino,
much easier.
something my libido.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mosquito.
A mosquito might
But-
be-
Hey.
yeah.
It makes no sense.
There you go.
Here's another
Wait,
fact for
wait.
you.
Well, hold on. Before we get off to that, what do you guys think Courtney Love did it, or did he do it to himself?
I think he did.
Let's get into conspiracies.
You think he did it to himself?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did it himself. So yeah, that seems like the more.
I wouldn't be
If he
surprised
did-
if he did it to himself, but I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that she had a part in it also.
If he,
Or
if
that
he did it,
someone.
then I would at least not be surprised if he asked her to, just because he couldn't do it himself.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
don't buy like murder stuff. Like, I'm
Alright.
going with the most.
What you got?
Who here? I'm gonna go the same way. Who is familiar with the concept, or rather the person of Sammy Baugh?
Not me.
Never heard of him, but I'm about to Google him as we speak.
Really?
Who? Say it again.
Sammy
Baugh. Sammy Bach.
Baugh. Baugh. He was a football player in the leather helmet era, man. Back in the day.
Oh, okay.
This guy?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a player back in the leather helmet era. So
absolute legend. So he, at one point, he's so far back that he once led the NFL in passing, punting, and interceptions in the same.
No way.
my NFL knowledge goes back as far as Johnny Unitas. I don't go quite that far.
It was before the Super Bowl era, I think. Still, like
Yes.
Graham days, sort of. Yeah, it was way back. When.
Yeah.
Wait, he led the lead in passing?
punting, and interceptions.
Imagine doing that these days.
Because people played everything.
Well,
He
Yeah,
played
back in the day, you
quarterback,
didn't have specialization.
kicker,
like
punter,
that.
and safety. He played everything.
Well, those are also back during the days where you go to play a team with your professional team, and if the other guys don't show up, they get the hardware store to come down and play.
No.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like
crazy.
like the era when like Jim Thorpe played, for example. He also played everything.
Mhm.
Well, let me ask you guys this: being football heads, could that happen today? Could someone play? So a quarterback can't be a kicker.
A quarterback can
Well,
be a kicker, but definitely not a defensive back.
It
Not in
happened.
the pros.
The Jets actually had a kicker play quarterback one time in
Yeah.
I want to say the late
Yeah.
70s.
And I think didn't he tear up the Patriots or something?
Oh yeah, yeah, he
Anyway.
dominated.
So, yeah. No, but
Wait,
like,
so if
we've seen Ben
if I'm-
Roethlisberger like punt once, or
oh Lord
Keep
Jesus,
going.
well you know what? It's crazy because usually the backup quarterback is the one that catches the punt, and
The place
The whole-
Yeah.
holder. Yeah.
yeah. So in this
Taysom Hill,
I was just thinking
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
there's Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill plays pretty much everything on offense.
But you're never going to
Yeah.
see a starting NFL quarterback play defense or anything else.
No,
It's
not at
never
all.
gonna happen. Too valuable.
Taysom
I
Hill's
love
like
it.
him. Like one play he's running the ball as quarterback. Next play he's just receiving as like it's great.
The next play he's the referee.
Well, there is reasons why that won't happen. Wait, wasn't there a sport where technically there is a rule where might have even been NFL where if like the refs don't show up, they can nominate the players as like not as like the main ref, but that happened once in
baseball. It might make sense.
I'm not sure what professional sport it was, but there was where like the secondary refs didn't show up, and like there was one ref there, and they nominated like one player from each team to also be as refs. There is on SB Nation and Weird Roles they made an episode about that.
I gotta watch that.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Do you guys know about the 222-0 game?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
I don't know.
It was actually John Heisman coached the Georgia Tech team to play. I forgot. It's a defunct school now that doesn't exist anymore, but it was a school in Tennessee, I believe, where they actually just brought people off the street to play the game. And Georgia Tech ended up winning 222-0.
Jeez.
Including a play where the running back did the offensive line lined up in 3 different segments where one guy would get down and then one guy would be up a little higher and then one guy was standing up, and the running back ran up the backs of these 3 people and jumped over
I think I saw
the entire
that.
defensive line.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
There was a lot of injuries in that game too. I think someone actually died, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my god! Someone passed away on the field.
That happened a lot in those days.
I've seen the video on that. That was like way back. That was I think was it Cumberland at Georgia Tech in like 19 God knows when? Like it was.
Why are all these Georgia?
Back, 20s, 30s, somewhere in that era.
Why are all these in Georgia?
Well, Georgia Tech was a pretty good team.
That was the best team.
Did they have like a personal vendetta?
Yeah, because Cumberland beat Georgia Tech in basketball.
Yes, because it was baseball actually.
Baseball,
yes.
and then they had a vendetta.
Yeah, they did the exact same thing to them in baseball, so they got back by doing it in football.
I believe they originally didn't even want to play, but then because of regulations, they had to put up a team, so they just picked up some students and just put them on the field. Yeah. I think there was plays where
the hardware store showed up.
They bought hammers and nails, plywood.
John's like, I don't even know how to play football. It's all right. Come on, just stand right there.
I think there was literally plays where they were just standing on the side of the field, just letting them run the ball.
Yeah. That has to be what has happened for them to score 220.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a good fact. Do you have any?
I do, but I'm going to use mine at the end. It's going to kind of segue, I guess.
All right. I'm going to ask all y'all this question first. Smokey, there's only one animal on planet Earth that cannot jump. What is it?
Elephant.
JJ, there's only one animal on Earth that can't jump. What is it?
I mean, first of all, the question is what defines a jump, but that's a whole different... Oh, fuck.
He's got to be so convoluted.
Because here's the thing, right? Animal on planet Earth, like...
animals.
God dang, just give me an answer, man.
Give him an answer. Play along.
Simple answer. Come on.
Give an answer.
Caterpillar.
He's finna go down into a theoretical science explanation.
I've heard this before.
Just play along.
Any given mammal
doesn't matter. Just play it along.
Nah, go for it, Joe. JJ, let me hear it. What you gotta say?
The problem is, I'm trying to think of how logistically. I mean, the problem is, what do you call it as a jump? I assume that fish
is it a mammal now, or because snails can't jump?
Hold on, say that again. What'd you say, JJ?
I said it depends on how you qualify a jump, because a fish can jump out of the water, but they can't do what we as humans would consider a jump, where they bend their knees because they don't have legs. So
okay,
so clarify: is it a land animal?
A land animal.
Okay.
So JJ, what land animal?
I was gonna say deep sea sponge.
Right. Those are
all right.
animals too.
So what's the only land animal that cannot jump?
Oh boy. I'm trying to think if there's anything reasonable, because I'm not just.
Do we count insects?
Obviously can.
Okay, we'll come back to you, Alex. What's the only land animal that?
A snail.
See, that's what I was thinking. Snail, slug.
All right,
Caterpillar, maybe.
JJ, we're coming back. What's
You know
the
what?
only animal?
Sure, I'm also gonna agree with that, like a snail or a slug or something, which technically are, believe, very closely related. Genes.
Smokey was the only one that got it right.
Elephant.
An elephant. That's the
How does-
only animal on Earth that
How-
cannot
how
jump.
Does a snail jump?
That's a good question.
I think it's mammals.
It might be mammal.
Well,
Mhm.
hold on. I googled interesting facts, and that's crazy.
I've done that before too.
Probably mammal, yeah.
Because.
but no, that makes a good point. Like
do
how?
they have knees?
Who?
Do they not have knees? Elephants.
They have knees, but they probably can't elevate themselves off the ground because it's heavy.
Because then.
Yeah, they're so heavy.
Because if
They
they,
can
have,
make a squatting motion, but they probably just can't.
because then they should
leave the ground.
logistically, at least in theory, have
Yeah.
all the motor functions necessary to
Yeah.
perform a jump.
They just can't do it. They're just too heavy.
Yeah, I mean, sure, that comes up to weight, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
that's.
Well, that was my fact.
Yeah.
Sorry, my fact was boring, but hey,
No, it was
I thought
fun.
it was interesting.
Would have been better if it was correct in the
interesting. The
beginning.
problem is, I feel like there was a few
Yeah.
details there that were.
Fair enough, but it was good. Smokey, what do you got?
All right. Let me get back to it. This will kind of segue into our main topic for the day, apparently. The Apollo 11 crew
Oh
used
Lord!
hundreds of autographs as life insurance.
They used what?
Hundreds of autographs. So apparently they signed a bunch of material.
I
and-
totally believe that.
Yeah, and used it as basically an insurance policy. It says Neil Armstrong and the Apollo 11 crew faced the real chance that they would not return. Okay, this is a little different than I thought it was going to be. Not return from the moon safely, leaving their families without, okay, so it is more, without financial support due to the extreme danger that they were about to face. They couldn't take out life insurance policies. So instead, they signed hundreds of autographs, which their families would have been able to sell if they didn't make it home.
Exactly.
Wow.
Fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
if I was working for an insurance company and I had to make a risk assessment
Yeah.
for the fucking moon
We're
landing,
landing. It's like,
no.
I'm staying off that. There's also there's a resource video on the fact that actually the President Nixon had a speech prepared and completely written out in case that they were not be able to return. He never had to deliver it, but it was written.
But you know, a lot of famous people do that. Maybe not as life insurance, but nowadays you'll have people like, let's say Dave Chappelle does a comedy show, and after the show is over, he'll literally have a sign that says, if you want a personal picture or selfie with Dave Chappelle, give $35. You get your own selfie with Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle. I mean, that's basically life insurance, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
Can I give one more fact? Because I feel like mine was stupid.
that wasn't bad.
All right.
Sure.
Do you let's go around this time. JJ,
Yes.
what are rhino horns made?
Well, they're made of the same material as human hair, I believe.
Alex?
It's probably not ivory, but I'm gonna say it's ivory.
No, those are elephant
Those are
tusks.
elephant. Yeah.
Very different.
Smokey.
Say it again.
What are rhino horns made out of?
Hair.
Damn. I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
me and Alex got it.
that's-
JJ and Smokey got it right. It's made out of.
Yep.
Think about how calcified that is.
Keratin.
Oh,
it's-
gotcha.
It's it's not the exact same thing, but it's very similar. Yeah.
All right. I
Fingernails
thought it was
also.
like this.
Yes.
Fingernails are made of hair?
Yeah, but it's the same material that makes hair also makes your
Material makes
fingernails.
No.
Yes, it's
Yes.
keratin.
No.
Yeah. Look it up. You got.
I'm looking at my finger.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your hair.
If you were to break it down to the molecular level, you would see that they are made up of the same molecules.
I mean, here's a thought, okay?
It's just how condensed it is.
Yeah, hair has very thin strands, and also that won't rip; it'll break.
Yeah.
So you can already see how there's certain certain aspects of the material that are similar.
That's that. If that's
Mhm.
true, that's interesting.
It's.
Mm-hmm.
I think teeth also, right?
Really?
Not, I
think
Yeah.
so,
Teeth
I'm not
are
sure.
shut
Teeth
up.
Also. Yeah.
No, hold
teeth are
on.
bone,
What?
actually.
Yeah. Because if you find a dead, like a mummified body, they're that's how they identify dead bodies with the teeth.
Well, from the dental records is how they do that. But teeth are actually bones, but there are certain animals that have tusks, which are kind of like teeth that grow out of the same, that are also made of hair material.
All right, well,
Hair material,
yeah. I mean,
those are some interesting facts, guys.
Everyone says like, "Oh, rhino horns are made of hair," and it's like, not the way you said it, but yes.
Are you taking Mountain Dew shots, man?
No, sir. Keep going with the podcast, please, sir.
I think he's alternating Mountain Dew and shots. I think that's what he's doing.
Okay. Is it that time of day already?
I mean, I believe you can maybe potentially see the bottle in the background too.
I don't know.
Actually, you can't. But no, we don't need to show. I'm trying to do things right now. Because y'all, can I just say something? Mm-hmm. Hollywood. I used to be at a job for 6 years. Okay, I quit that job. And because I got a better job. So I want to, can I get a round of applause? Can I please? Because I've got
a better job.
Yeah, man. I got to thank you, Smokey. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I just started a new job and it felt like I broke up with a girlfriend because I've been at this other job forever. But the new job, I like it and hope everything's going to be good.
That's good.
I'm sure it will.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And how long you planning to keep that job? As he takes another shot in Mountain Dew, bro. Come on.
as I was with the last one for almost 6 years, I plan on. It's a good company. I don't want to get too much into my personal life, but it's a good company, and I plan on staying there for a while. But yeah,
I mean, the intermediate goal has to be to become the YouTube guy, right? To make your own money.
Of course.
The what? Rapper, right?
To become a YouTube personality for a living.
Of course, that's what we're working on.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. That's how we do it, or are trying to do it. So, yeah, great, good job on getting a new job. I also did a similar thing on a minor scale at one point.
Yeah,
thank you.
So what's going on with the Area 51, folks?
What's going on with it? I don't know.
Apparently it's been canceled.
Apparently the raid on it has been canceled.
Yeah, apparently.
I guess this sucks actually because.
Why does it suck?
Because so many people signed up, and the whole thing was about. We're doing this for real. And then the organizer chickens out. Not the people that are supposed to show up, no one shows up. The organizer chickens out, calls it off because he don't want to be responsible for millions of people dying.
Can you blame him?
A fair thing.
Yes, because you know that from the start. If you launch a campaign to storm Area 51, people will die.
It was a joke.
So what?
Thank you. It was a joke, though.
Yeah, it became for real. Now what? If it's a joke, and to him it always is a joke, but to other people not, they'll still go, right? Just because the main man says no, there's still going to be people.
Do you see? I don't know. I was under the impression that no one was going to actually show up anyway, even if it was never officially canceled.
But
a couple dozen people are going to show up either way.
You really would want them to show up, wouldn't you, though?
Heck yeah.
Well, the thing is, this kid that started this whole thing, after he got so famous from it, he also, put it out an announcement to the media that, hey, this was a joke, but I'm doing a music festival called Alien Stock.
It was like a promotion.
Yes, and it was just...
The idea for the festival only came after... people
agreed. Oh yeah,
so it's not originally intended as promotion, but
I think he just wanted to play off that little bit of fame that he had recently received, and he thought maybe that would
see people actually do it. Just a couple of 100 or 1,000 folks even show up and just
go ahead.
I want to see it. I definitely want to see it.
I don't want to go, but I want to see people.
Yeah, I want to see other people die, not me.
Not me. Yeah. I would love to see people do that.
I'm dead curious to see what's in there, but I just don't want to die.
Oh, come on. It's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. I promise you. It's probably a few airplanes, maybe a few helicopters, but as far as extraterrestrial bodies, as far as unidentified flying objects, no.
I think if there is anything like that, they've moved it by now.
Exactly.
Of course.
Like, how stupid would you be to have that kind of stuff in a publicly known location?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although, guys, there is a YouTube video of a guy that lives in Reno. Is it not Reno?
I think it is.
No, not Reno. Dang, it's right where the extraterrestrial highway is. Crap, I'm saying it in my head. Freak.
Roswell?
No.
It's New Mexico.
Yeah.
Rachel, Nevada.
Right, yeah.
There's a video of a guy that was in Rachel, Nevada, and which is literally 20 miles away from Area 51, and he's out.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit more, but he was out at 4:00 in the morning, maybe 3 or 4 days after this guy posted that. And there's like 5 or 6 semi trailers driving down the road with huge things on the back that are blanketed and covered up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they moved these things.
I would think they moved them long before.
Is there a YouTube video of it? Can you
which
send it
direction were the trucks?
Oh, yeah. What'd you?
I said which direction are the trucks going, but I guess it doesn't matter because they could have been empty. But no, I mean if there was ever anything there, you would assume that they would have moved it the moment they officially acknowledged that the facility exists.
Yeah, Area 51 has been the most famous place ever. Like if anything ever suspects anything, that's the first place they would suspect it to be.
Well, the government has come out and acknowledged that Area 51 does exist.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, it was obviously it was obviously a military base before the Roswell incident happened.
If any crap was there, they would have moved it the second they acknowledged it existed.
Yes, whatever happened in Roswell, they just moved it all the way down the line to Area 51, which was the already existing military base. And that's why people have been wanting to get into that place for so long, just to see what happened in the Roswell incident.
But by the way, Area 51 is just a name that the general public made.
Yeah.
That's not a...
No, what is the name of the official base? Groom
Lake.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. They built a military base on a dry salt lake.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you?
They built the whole city on one in Utah.
Really?
Salt
Lake City. Yeah.
I mean, the sightings in New Mexico, I believe, were testings of a new airplane, like some kind of jet that at the time they couldn't publicly acknowledge because it was experimental technology that wasn't publicly known. But I believe that was also revealed a while ago, a few years ago.
That's called I think that came out and it's called the SR-71 Blackbird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the word, yeah. So I believe that's also the kind of stuff they were doing in Area 51.
Do you guys know the story of Bob Lazar?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Well,
no opinion.
First of all, there's the question of, is he just completely bullshitting? That's always an option.
That's always something you got.
Right,
of course,
right.
And if he is telling the truth, then was he actually working on extraterrestrial technology, or was he just working on a captured Russian spy plane that they just shot and reverse engineer this? Because the thing is, he said it was extraterrestrial, but I don't think he ever said he was told it was extraterrestrial. So maybe that's just an assumption he made at some point.
Just something he'd never seen before, and he's like, "Wow."
You would think if he's in that high of a power position, that he would be smart enough to determine that whatever he's working on is man-made or not.
So.
Well, I kind of have to go with JJ on this because a lot of you guys know that where did the UFO crash at? Nevada, right?
New Mexico.
No, Roswell, New Mexico.
But they moved it to
Nevada, right? When it crashed in Roswell, the official newspaper came out. Unidentified flying object has crashed in the desert.
Yes.
And a lot of eyewitnesses say that there were really strange symbols and characters on this object that crashed.
Like Cyrillic letters or something, yeah.
Yeah, which could be any other language to these archaic people that were there watching.
Now, to everybody who's watching this video, this is what I want you to do. If you are an American speaker or if English or German is your first language, just Google the Russian alphabet. Tell me that does not look like it comes from alien. You know what I mean? So it could have been a Russian.
The letters are the same, but there are some weird looking letters. I know the alphabet.
Also, that is the most likely scenario, but if you go one step further, but still very reasonable, think other countries, Arabic, Asian. Japanese.
Yeah, all that looks right.
Those look even more alien than the Cyrillic alphabet, but
Japan, Korea.
Yeah, like there's so
Hey,
much out there. That,
if you were completely unlearned or ignorant, and you had never seen Chinese writing before, you would think that was alien.
Which
Yeah,
you'd
and remember
suspect a 1950s New Mexico peasant to be.
It could be.
Yeah, and
yes,
these are the
exactly.
days before Google, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there were before Chinese tattoos.
Yeah. Crazy.
right,
That's the thing. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks.
You have what?
What?
You have a tattoo of Chinese?
No, I just know that they exist.
It's just always funny when you see like a picture of someone and there's like a translation and it just says something completely random. There was a joke like, I wonder if Japanese people have tattoos of random English words.
Yeah.
I saw it on t-shirts. I've never seen it on tattoos, I believe, but yeah.
Crazy, just completely off topic, but I know a girl that had a tattoo that said life and love, or love and life coexist simultaneously. And the tattoo artist spelled simultaneously extremely wrong. Like,
That's awesome.
So embarrassed, dude.
That's great.
See, the thing is, if you want to get a tattoo, just go someplace where it's going to be done properly. Yes, it's going to be more expensive, but...
No back alley shenanigans, man.
Yeah, because, like, first of all, what if you have something on your body that just looks like shit or is, like, horribly misspelled? That's bad. And even more so health concerns.
Yeah,
like,
no person tattoos,
Yeah.
no back alley tattoos,
like,
man. No,
if it's not done by someone who really knows what they're doing, like, you're going to poison yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gonna get it.
Yeah, the wrong kind of ink will end you.
Have you seen the way they do tattoos in, like, India?
Yes.
Like, they'll have...
China
you
Where
see...
they tap it?
Yeah, they'll have a rubber band on your back and then the needle, and they just...
Okay, that I haven't seen.
Just like...
But I've
pop
seen
it.
A lot of
like,
indigenous
small wooden
tribes
plank
don't
and
that
they
way.
like
You
hammer
tap
it in
them,
there.
yeah. That too, yeah.
But I believe that's China mostly.
Yeah.
Where they do that.
Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking about, China. So back to the Area 51 thing. Do you guys think that there was ever an official crashed extraterrestrial object?
Probably not,
No.
even though I would like there to be, obviously.
Exactly.
But all likelihood, there's no extraterrestrial stuff.
The chance.
I don't
that-
think you would like there to be, Alex.
I would like there to be for sure.
it depends.
I think you...
I'm
I'm sorry, JJ. I keep interrupting you, but I think Alex is perfectly happy believing that the official narrative is correct on everything and
That's not
nothing
true.
is
Come on.
not
This
as
is,
it
this
seems.
is about the come on. That's about the Kyle Shanahan thing, right? This is about the play. This is about the Don't do this. Come on. I tend to never believe the general narrative on stuff in
Oh,
these
yeah.
days at all. But I you know this.
Mr. Occam's razor.
It's good to have an
Yes.
open mind, but not so open that your brains fall out. You've heard of that one?
Yeah, Alex Jones.
Coincidentally,
I know.
his name's
I
Alex.
I know that Alex Jones is the biggest idiot under the sun, right? But
Don't say
Well,
that.
Don't use
Don't say
superlatives
that.
like that.
why should I not say that? Is it Ben Shapiro? Maybe it's Ben Shapiro.
That's the problem. There's always gonna be a bigger idiot. He's
Maybe.
up there.
Well, you know, here's the thing: is he's actually a really smart dude.
Highly.
The problem is when you invest yourself into conspiracies,
Yeah.
you start to see that everything is a conspiracy, even when it's not. When it's blatantly obvious, you want to believe that everything is a conspiracy.
I disagree.
Like Kyle
Because
Shanahan
you're one of
played,
those
for
people.
example.
I disagree because you could look at what it is the conspiracy theory is so far off than what the public narrative is that people are saying there's no way in hell that's what happened. So they basically make you look like you're an idiot.
Well, if you were to actually stumble across a truth, of course they're going to want to make you look like an idiot.
But here's the thing: Alex Jones has said a lot of crazy things, but a lot of things that he
He said
said
a lot of truth also.
has come true. Bohemian Grove,
Yeah, but he's also said a lot of BS.
true.
I mean, but that's his audience.
How
That's his
those
niche.
people do it. They say a lot of stuff, and then some of it comes true.
yeah, that's the general thing with conspiracy theories, and also
That's how all the fortune tellers do it.
I was about to say, you know the whole like
Yeah.
Simpsons predict everything.
Yeah, they just do everything.
They just say a lot of stuff, and
Because
some of it
they
happens
did a
to
million
be-
episodes.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Dude,
the whole election thing where it's like, oh, they predicted Trump. It's like they literally had Lisa in that same episode appear like Hillary Clinton, and she later got the presidency.
Yeah.
Like if either one had won, people would have said that they
That
predicted
happened,
it.
Yeah.
So it's strictly coincidence. That's what you guys are saying.
In those cases, yeah.
The prediction stuff for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, we
That's
still
the
don't
thing.
know that Lisa Simpson is not going to be in the next president.
It's true. I would like that. Too.
We don't know that yet.
I would like it.
We have to wait and see.
It's true. We don't
I'll
know
vote.
for sure.
I'll vote for Lisa.
Oh, for
Lisa
sure.
Simpson.
I would
Yeah.
too.
She'll be the second United States president that can play the saxophone.
Yeah. I'm hoping that The Rock runs.
Oh, dude.
If you smell what United States.
Is cooking.
Oh,
Mm.
I'm a big fan pile of you know what I did these days.
All right, man, it's crazy.
Too much politics.
Yeah.
Politics
It's like they do
are
that-
Politics
He's in a debate. He's
are
like,
bad.
just calls people jabroni.
Oh,
Like-
boy.
the person he's running against. Imagine if he's running against Hillary Clinton. You shut your mouth, jabroni. I will lay the smack down on your candy butt. He can't say the A word, so on your candy butt. And everybody in the crowd's giving people eyebrows like,
Could you imagine his meeting with Putin though?
Dude, he puts the elbow on.
if you smell what the rock is Putin.
Dude, that would be a match though. Like
I was about to say they're just gonna
It
start
would.
arm wrestling.
They'll
or
throw
something.
down. They'll throw down. Yeah, they'll do hell in the cell, dude.
As you can see, Putin like, no, this is not going to work for me, and he's gonna be like, no, this is gonna work for you.
All right, quick question. Who wins in a fight, guys? Putin or Trump?
In a real fight,
Physical-
probably Putin.
In an
very
actual
likely Putin.
physical fight, probably Putin.
Real physical fight.
I don't know.
You think so?
I mean, Trump probably has him by like a half a foot and like 100 pounds, but I think Putin might.
But he's fit.
Yeah, he
Trump?
might.
No,
he might-
Putin.
I was about to
No.
say.
Putin might be trained in some kind of martial arts.
Putin is very likely.
I would- I'd be willing to bet
Wasn't
that.
there a theory that he's like former KGB or something?
Yeah.
Where like the way he
Yeah.
holds
Yeah.
his hand sometimes stuff like that. There was like
I would not be
signs-
surprised if he had some fight training.
Yeah.
And Trump is just,
Mhm.
you know, he's a
dude.
jelly bean.
I think Putin is for real when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like,
That's
He's a
crazy.
jelly bean.
He's a jelly bean.
Putin probably is like a master at Krav Maga or something.
Something
Very
like
likely,
that.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know, Russians are some of the, again, taking about the UFC, but Russians are some of the best fighters, man.
We got to
Like, I don't-
Have you ever
What
seen
it-
Sergey? Our buddy Sergey?
So,
No.
Sergey.
Oh,
he's
was he on
literally-
the unboxing video?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
literally a Russian.
wait, hold
Yes,
1
I
second,
saw him.
gentlemen.
yes, we have a
His
Russian
name
friend.
is,
Sergey.
Yes. I know,
okay,
it's funny.
not Sir Gay.
No,
it's not Sergey.
it's partially caused by how Alex
Yeah,
pronounces
it's-
it,
it's
but
a
also
Sergey.
I know, I'm
it's-
joking.
Sergey. If you want to
Sergey.
be like that.
Yeah.
Sergey,
Yeah.
I am the Russian spy to kill you.
Don't worry, buddy. I take real good care of you.
Dude,
Probably
he
not.
literally wore a shirt in one of our videos which just said hacker.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, there is nothing scarier than a Russian that knows English. Like just that the tone
accent.
and demeanor.
Yeah.
Like if they like, hey buddy, happy birthday.
Look,
like that's scary.
Have you
Like,
ever seen the,
Anybody else saying that is perfectly fine and joyful.
not a Russian?
A Russian
See,
says
what
that, you're
is-
like, what do you mean birthday?
See, the
Have
best
y'all-
part about it is Sergey doesn't have a Russian
He doesn't
accent.
have
If
it.
anything, he has a German accent.
Very slight. Very slight.
Right.
But,
Have-
he's been
have y'all
living in
ever s-
Germany like since he was small, so.
Have y'all ever seen the YouTube personality? His name's like Vin something, and he's Russian, and he'll go up to like random. He'll do pranks. He'll go up to random people in the street dressed in an all nice, perfectly black suit with a briefcase, and he'll sit the briefcase next to a random person,
And run.
and he'll be like talking to his jacket like the placement has been set, and just walk away, and the dude just halt. The placement has been set, and the dude just runs away thinking it's a bomb. It's an awesome. It's awesome. Y'all
pretty
should
good.
check it out.
The only Russian YouTuber I know is Crazy Russian Hacker.
Mm-hmm, obviously.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Welcome to my laboratory where safety is number one priority.
right. Let's
Okay,
not
Today
get
we
into
are
promotion.
testing kitchen gadgets.
That guy
Yeah.
is the GOAT. I remember that. Yeah.
He's amazing, yeah.
He's the best.
He's pretty good.
He's good. That's good. That's true.
Yeah. Anything else you guys got for the people out there? Anything else you want to discuss?
Do you have anything else?
Not necessarily.
The conspiracy stuff, like,
Oh god.
yeah. I think a lot of the things with the conspiracies is a lot of that stuff is just subjective. Like, in what situation do you choose to believe how much, and where do you not?
Yeah.
Right. It's all subjective. I mean,
It
life is subjective.
It really is.
It
Tree fall in the woods. Does it make a sound?
No.
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
It
Because sound is
does.
defined
No.
as
We've talked
being
about this.
heard.
You've asked us this, I believe.
Nothing
Yeah.
actually happens. Nothing actually happens without observation.
Okay, but you know, so if I'm not in the house, or let's say JJ walks out of that house, right?
Mhm.
And Alex is in there, and Alex screams at the top of his lung.
Mhm.
JJ didn't hear it, so JJ comes back in. Alex says, "Hey, I just screamed."
But Alex was observing it when he did it to himself.
Well, JJ. But okay, so the tree was not observing it. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
the tree
JJ
cannot
come
hear.
The tree doesn't have a consciousness.
says
Tree
who?
cannot hear.
Well, there are
The
some
tree
people that
does
like
not
to
have a
argue.
central nervous system and a brain. It does not
Some
Look
people
at the
will
face
argue that.
JJ makes. He just
The
puts
tree
it.
does
That's
not
listen.
experience a subjective reality.
Some people will argue that though.
Yeah,
Yes, but they're
there's been
insane.
studies. There's been
No.
studies.
Okay, Hollywood,
I'm-
where is the study that plants have brains? If you have a proof
Nope. I'm not saying they have brains, but
There are studies that show that they will react
you
to
do
certain
not-
sounds.
yes,
To vibe.
Yeah, it's
Stimuli.
like classical music. Yeah,
they
yeah.
react intelligently to stimuli, like such as chemicals, but they do not experience subjective reality.
I mean,
wait a
reacting
minute.
to input and having a brain are different things.
Yeah.
You know the thing when you hit like your knee, like right under the knee,
Reflex.
and like the leg goes up?
Mhm.
That does not have anything to do with your brain. That just happens. It's a
Yeah.
reflex.
It's an involuntary
Wait,
action.
so I have seen studies where they're growing plants and they'll yell at one plant like, "You're a stupid."
You know
plant."
why? Because the carbon dioxide feeds the plant from your mouth.
Okay, so if I turn away and without putting the carbon dioxide on or monoxide on this
Well,
plant,
yeah, if you can prove that it can do that without actually. Well,
I think plants have a consciousness. I think
Audio
every living
waves,
thing.
audio waves
Well,
are also
I was about to say, yeah.
chemical stimulation.
I think it has been shown that like with different music, it can
Yeah.
affect the growth of plants, but it's just literally because of the vibration of the airwaves.
Okay, so
tree
what
does
if-
not have a central nervous system? Does not have a brain.
I don't know if I agree with that. I'm
well,
sorry.
they don't have a central nervous
Hollywood,
system.
a tree
but-
does not have a brain. Yes or no?
No, I understand. Well, no, I understand what you're saying, but
Okay.
I feel like it
No,
has
no,
a.
Come, hold on, let me do this. Okay, let's do this in steps. Okay,
Oh, I have a great theory
Let's
that
do
I
this.
just
Hold on,
came
I want to
up
hear
with.
what he's.
let's do this in steps.
Go ahead.
Okay, and you just say agree or disagree at every step. Okay,
Okay,
a tree does not have a central nervous system.
disagree.
No, this is a proven
What?
fact.
That's
It doesn't have a central nervous
Okay,
system.
so I listen. I have seen.
This is something you can see on a microscope.
A
I
tree
have
does not
true.
have a
I mean, yes,
brain.
it's because. All right, so does a plant have consciousness?
No.
Well, that's
Hold on.
the argument.
Does it?
Next step. That's the next step. Okay, a tree does not have a brain. True or
Does a
false?
tree have consciousness?
Does a tree have a brain?
No.
Consciousness requires a brain and thereby a central nervous
I
system. True or
disagree.
false?
Mm,
So there are studies where they have hooked these things up to plants. Now hold on. If I go to that plant, I say, "Oh, you're such a terrible plant. You're the worst plant I've ever grown." And
I have a
it-
theory that I just came up with right on the spot that could
Okay.
explain this.
let's hear it. Let's hear this theory. Let's hear it.
Those are the best.
It's the plants are being controlled by the microbiome.
Oh Lord, what the hell?
You, as an individual, at all times are being controlled by your microbiome,
Sure.
whether you want to or not. It is a proven fact that they can influence your thoughts, your life in so many different ways. Who's to say that's not happening to a plant?
So Alex, the same question you just asked me, ask Smokey.
Smokey, does a tree have a brain?
No, it doesn't.
The brain being essentially the center of the central nervous system. Does the tree have a central nervous system?
No.
Is a
But-
central nervous
does-
system? and
but-
how-
but-
what is- sure, come on. Yes.
But we can't prove that a consciousness doesn't exist outside of a brain.
Right. That's my point.
Okay, but then you can't prove that a consciousness exists anywhere.
That's a
Then
good
you're
point
Exactly.
Then
too.
you're Rene Descartes.
Cogito ergo
Yeah,
sum.
then you're Rene Descartes.
I think, therefore I am.
Which, by the way, still isn't correct if you want
I
to be very
know.
strict about it.
Some things-
Say-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That was a pretty cool quote, though. I like that.
Philosopher. I think therefore I am. That's what he essentially is.
I think
you've never heard that.
Yeah, I think I have.
It's Descartes, the French philosopher.
Yeah, right.
So his philosophy was basically he can't accept anything for
That's
reality.
dope.
So he does have to question everything, the existence of everything. Even do I personally exist? Everything.
All right, we'll end it out here soon. But logically thinking, if a tree does fall in the woods, it's gonna hit the ground. It's gonna make a noise.
No, it's not. And here's the thing.
No.
Hollywood. It's gonna produce sound waves. The reason
is that not a noise?
No, the reason is a technicality. The noise is the sound waves being observed. That's the definition. It's gonna make the thing. But if no one observes it, it is not technically a sound. Okay.
See, I take it a step farther because the sound waves do not. The sound waves are altered by the observer.
That's okay.
Because that's the double split experiment.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's one of the really interesting things that we could talk about. That's true. Yeah.
Next, we're gonna get into the Heisenberg uncertainty principle and all that good stuff.
We're going deep.
That,
well, man, we're going deep.
The problem is,
I don't think any of our viewers are still hanging around right now.
Yeah. I'm just having good conversation.
Yeah, I love it, man.
It's fantastic.
We probably went too deep for some people.
Yeah.
Do this for
all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and close it out. I'm sure we're way over our time.
We keep talking off the air, but yes, we are. So,
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the day, the one podcast where we finally get it to you that trees do not have a brain. Hollywood.
I'm not. No, I said trees don't. Look, we'll talk about it off air.
Yeah, we'll do. Okay, you do your thing.
But look,
actually, song of the week first.
Song of the week. What you got?
Hit them up.
Those later. But JJ, what's your song?
That's my song of the week right there.
Hit them up. That's a good song.
Go ahead, guys. What are your songs of the week?
My song of the week is a song that I've known for a while, but that I've only recently come to appreciate more, which is "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked" by Cage the Elephant.
Really?
Oh, good song. Good song.
I was walking on.
Yeah, I knew those guys were gonna know it.
Yeah, I thought so. I expected that. All right, my song of the week is going to be "Look Out Cleveland" by The Band. The band is called The Band.
I've heard of The Band before, yes.
Pretty cool song. I like it.
And not the one that Puffy put together from the reality show.
Yeah. I'm sure they don't know what that is.
What's your guys' song of the week?
What you guys smoke?
I was trying to find something actually that wasn't so mainstream, but I really love 21 Pilots' Heavy Dirty Soul.
Okay.
I've heard of the band, but not the song.
I was about to say I've heard of the band, yeah.
Oh, it's a great song. You should check it out.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. You guys don't really like hip hop too much. I mean, it's kind of like a hip hop blend, but
yeah, we're not doing it. But when we get off the air, we'll just listen to all the songs together. How about that?
Yeah, we'll check them out. Yeah. Well, my song of the week, guys, is going to be a song called "Have a Cigar" by Pink Floyd.
That seems wow. That sounds very promising because Pink Floyd.
Oh man, Pink Floyd's one of my favorite bands of all time.
I know the band.
Is phenomenal.
I'm not a huge Pink Floyd fan, but they have a few really good songs.
Yeah, some good stuff.
The problem is like the very stereotypical Pink Floyd stuff. I don't like it much. Like Comfortably Numb, Shine On You Crazy Diamond.
Yeah,
like,
there's some lesser known stuff.
Those are great songs, though, dude.
Yeah, Comfortably Numb is amazing.
There's some lesser known stuff that I like better, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't like those that much. I like the other like even more known ones almost. Like the mainstream ones.
Yeah, I wish you were here.
Yeah, exactly.
Or all in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Exactly. Another brick in the wall.
How can you have any dessert if you don't eat your meat?
Have y'all ever seen that movie?
Not the movie,
Wall.
No, but the music video.
Wait, we're gonna end this out. I promise you guys. But have y'all ever heard that you can take the entire Dark Side of the Moon album?
Yes,
which I've done it, bro, and it literally matches up perfectly.
Yeah,
we got to talk about that on an episode.
But I've heard of it. Yeah.
I've done it and I actually did it with the actual Dark Side of the Moon CD. But the song, the whole movie, the whole beginning of maybe like the first 3 or 4 songs are calm, mellow, and then when you synchronize it with the movie, it's all in black and white. But then when that song "Money" comes on and you hear the cash register, ching ching, everything turns into color. Like soon it says ching ching and everything's in color.
Nice.
It's crazy. Or like dude, that whole album, Dark Side of the Moon, is top 10 good albums of all time.
Mm-hmm.
What's your songs of the week?
We just did them.
We just did them.
We did it all.
Oh, y'all did it? Oh, am I?
How high are you right
am I
now?
retarded or something? I don't know. That was okay. Yeah, you already did it.
You can't say the R word.
Oh, am I disabled? Am I special? Am I a special kid?
Yes,
We
you're
ha-
mentally special.
We had to block that out on our last episode.
Yeah, we had to edit out. Yeah, because you can get demonetized for saying it. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
Luckily, we're really deep into this podcast, so
Yeah,
real.
first of all, that.
Yeah.
Second of all,
Right.
we've gotten podcasts demonetized before
Left
for
and right.
unknown
for stuff,
reasons.
Yeah. We once got a video demonetized over the keyword Raven.
Wait, for the keyword raping?
No,
Raven.
Raven?
that's not exactly true. We have a browser plugin that we use called TubeBuddy to assist us with, for example, like finding good tags to use. For
I recommend
videos.
it to you, Smokey.
And
Wait,
TubeBuddy
y'all, let's
says
wait.
that Raven
Let's
is
talk
a
about
tag
this off
that
of air,
can
please.
Get you demonetized.
Okay.
Let's not give the secrets out. We'll talk about this on it off air.
We'll do that. All right. Thank you for
All right,
watching,
guys.
everybody.
Don't expose the business.
Right. Thank y'all, everybody, for checking out the 37th episode of the Trash Talk podcast and the
116th.
116th episode of the Trash Can TV podcast. My name is Behringer Hollywood 6. Bye.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Cowan.
JJ.
That's it.
Hollywood.
That's it.
Smokey.
That's it.
That's it.